What's up, guys? We're back with another video. We'll start this one off with Alex Pereira posting another update to his YouTube channel where he talks about his next fight at 205 and he talks about cutting down to 185. So first he talked about moving up to 205, saying that it feels like it's the right time. It's natural for him to move up now, but he never had trouble cutting down to 185 despite what Dana and Izzy said. He's also looking to fight Jamal Hill at 205, who currently holds the belt, and obviously he just beat Glover Teixeira, so Pereira would be looking to avenge his coach. But he also made it clear that cutting down to 185 was never an issue for him. He never missed weight, and that if he wants, he can go back and fight at 185. He mentioned that if he's adamant about it and insists on that being his next fight, then the UFC would give it to him. But he's now moving up. He's looking at 205 and he's moving on for now. Here's a quote from the video. He says, "But I'm sure if I would stay in this division, I can fight against him directly. Let's see how he behaves. I'm not going up because I can't make the weight anymore. I will always be able to make 185. Let's see the behavior of him. He's behaving like this because Dana White spoke after the fight about my weight. And it seems like he's thinking, oh, this guy will never make weight again. I can provoke him because he won't do anything. I'm sure if I insist to fight him again immediately, the UFC and my promoters will make it happen." But it looks like Pereira is moving on to 205 and we won't get that rematch for a while. Jamal Hill actually responded to Alex Pereira's call out. He posted on Instagram welcoming him to the division. So it looks like Pereira will be fighting for a belt. It's just going to be at light heavyweight. Let me know what you guys think of this potential matchup between him and Jamal Hill. Next up, we got Juliana Pena talking about her next fight against Amanda Nunes, criticizing Nunes for trying to duck the fight. She also talks about how the UFC was going to strip Nunes if she didn't take this fight against her. Let's check out some of these quotes. So first, she talks about the first fight, saying that it pisses her off how people call it a fluke. She was talking about her game plan leading up to the fight and executed it perfectly, so she's saying it wasn't a fluke at all. And then in their follow-up fight where Amanda dominated, she still couldn't finish Pena, so Pena's asking for the same favor she gave Amanda, where she turned around in 6 months, gave her the rematch. Pena now wants the same thing. She mentioned that Amanda's just not as focused as her. She feels like Amanda has one foot out the door where she wants to have babies, move on, go visit some family back in Brazil. She's also claiming that Amanda was ducking her, denying fights against her until the UFC threatened to strip Amanda of her belt unless she did a rematch with Pena. So let me know if you guys agree with Juliana here. A lot of people didn't think a rematch was necessary after Amanda dominated that second fight so well. They are 1-1 right now, so the rematch does kind of make sense. Let me know what you guys think of Pena's comments over here. For our next update, we got Daniel Cormier talking about the Nate Diaz and Jake Paul fight. Here's what he had to say. "I don't know how much I like it. I don't know how much I like the fight based on two things. Jake's big for him. Jake's going to be big for Diaz, and Jake is also improving as a boxer. But Jake can also hit Nate, and that's the worry. Nate is a guy that does get hit because Nate's tough. Nate got hit by Masvidal. Nate got hit by Tony Ferguson, and we know who Tony Ferguson is today opposed to who Tony Ferguson was before. Nate can be hit, and the guy's going to be bigger than Nate. The guy's going to be fighting in a rule set that benefits him. This guy's going to be difficult. It's going to be a very tough fight for Diaz just because he has to be so aware." So definitely some valid points from Daniel Cormier here. I think a lot of people have Jake Paul winning this fight. Let me know who you guys are picking in that matchup. If you guys want quick MMA updates like this, make sure to follow along. Hope to see you guys in the next one.